Amany Soliman. She's an associate professor and director of the Mediterranean Studies Institute at Alexandria University. How much room for manoeuvre does Hamas have here, given the reality of a strongly pro-Israeli American administration, the release of so many hostages already, and of course the ongoing blockade of supplies into Gaza?
Hamas is trying to prove themselves inevitable. They are trying to tell everyone that they are not going anywhere any soon. And the fact that the U.S. sent an envoy, the hostage envoy, to talk directly to them asserts this claim. The fact that Hamas is there, it's part of the negotiations, it's part of the post-war plan for Gaza, if there is any. So Hamas is really trying to say that it's not just the truce or the ceasefire negotiations. We're here for a long time, and there are no plans that would put us aside by any means.
I mean, that might be the case, but what I'm getting at is, are they running out of cards here, as the US president might put it?
Yeah, sort of, because they cannot hold the detainees forever, especially that now Israel knows more details about who's alive and who's deceased. And they cannot keep them forever. I think they will try to reach a midway solution with the Israelis. As you said, they are starting to lose their cards. And actually, the only cards they ever had were the detainees. So they are now playing it with blood and tears. They will not just give the detainees away without securing their situation and making sure that they are not losing their last card for nothing.
And what might a midway solution, as you put it, Amany, what might that look like? What could that involve?
A long-term truce. Longer than the one that is now coming to an end, and as much as possible Israeli withdrawal from the occupied the strip, and of course entrance of humanitarian aid and retrieve of the power supplies to Gaza. They know that they cannot have it all, but they want to have something of each. So at least now they are thinking of deference of the problem to maybe a couple of months ahead. So their midway solution would be to give out the detainees, bringing back Palestinian prisoners as planned already, but also trying to win some time until they realign themselves.
I suppose the big question is also, how can both sides move towards something more sustainable for Gaza rather than, as you say, these midway solutions that might last 1 month, 2 months, extensions of a ceasefire that risk ending at any moment? How can there be something more permanent here when, you know, that was certainly supposed to happen as part of phase 2, and now we've seen that just being reneged upon by Israel?
On March 3rd, Netanyahu in the Knesset said that if Hamas gave the detainees, we will resume war. If they don't give the detainees, we will resume war. The ball is in the court of the Israelis. It's them who doesn't want the war to end. They are just thinking of keeping the coalition. Netanyahu wants his coalition sustained, so he knows that the extremists in his coalition want the war to resume, and they see the truce as just a moment to bring back the detainees and then restart the war again. And he cannot go against this, not to break his coalition, not to lose. And this is all what he's thinking about. We have seen the protests in Israel. We have seen many commentators on the Israeli media saying that Netanyahu is just worried about his political future. He doesn't want a permanent solution or a long-term solution, because long-term solutions will put him in clash with the extremists in his coalition. So to answer your question, Israel is the stronger party in this. And if there is a will to put a real end to the war that has been going for almost a year and a half now, it would be the Israeli responsibility to a greater extent.
Okay, Amany Soliman from Cairo, thank you so much for your insight on the NewsHour today.